Hey guys, good morning. So we're picking up with part 2 today from how Dorothy saved the Scarecrow. So yesterday we met the Scarecrow and learned that he talked and got some great descriptive details about what he looked like. And then here we see him again today. Kind of cute, isn't he? I loved that a lot of you guys already knew what a Scarecrow was used for, and I figured you would. But I just thought that was a really great example of a compound word that is put together, scare, crow, and that is the purpose of a scarecrow, to scare the crows. So I just thought that was kind of fun. Today, when you are in small group, we are going to be watching If I Only Had a Brain from the movie Wizard of Oz, which is the one that Miss Corbin and I grew up watching. And this is a scene from it up here. I don't know if you guys have seen the original. And so we're going to be talking about the difference between the scarecrow here and in the story. So today, make sure you pay close attention to some of the dialogue that takes place between Dorothy and the Scarecrow. So when you are in small group, you're kind of ready to compare them after watching the clip from the movie. We're starting off on paragraph 9. We're looking for those key details to be able to summarize what happens. We are going to read page 25, 26, and 27. "I'm not feeling well," said the Scarecrow with a smile, "for it is very tedious being perched up here night and day to scare away crows." Tedious is a new vocabulary word for most of us. And that just means it's kind of hard work, meticulous work. He has to really work hard to scare away those crows. And there we learn, too, that he scares away crows. "Can't you get down?" asked Dorothy. "No, for this pole is stuck up my back. If you will please take the pole, I shall be greatly obliged to you." Please take away the pole. Obliged means kind of like grateful. I'd be so thankful if you'd take this pole out of my back. Dorothy reached up both arms and lifted the figure off the pole. For being stuffed with straw, it was quite light. "Thank you very much," said the Scarecrow, when he had been set down on the ground. "I feel like a new man." Dorothy was puzzled at this, for it sounded odd to hear a stuffed man speak and to see him bow and walk along beside her. So here I would just say probably our key detail would be that Dorothy removes the Scarecrow off the pole, because this allows him to be free of the pole and to continue on through the story. "Who are you?" asked the Scarecrow when he had stretched himself and yawned. "And where are you going?" Move my face. "My name is Dorothy," said the girl, "and I am going to the Emerald City to ask the Great Oz to send me back to Kansas." This is an important sentence, guys. This is a key detail because this lets us know what Dorothy's goal is. She's got the problem. She wants to get back home. Her goal is to get to the Emerald City for Great Oz to send her back. So definitely a key detail for today. "Where is the Emerald City?" he inquired. "And who is Oz?" "Why, don't you know?" she returned in surprise. "No, indeed, I don't know anything. You see, I am stuffed, so I have no brains at all," he answered sadly. Another really key detail. Up until this point, we knew he was stuffed with straw, but I don't know that any of us had thought so far to think that if he's stuffed with straw, he didn't have a brain. For he was talking with Dorothy, right? So, oh my goodness, key detail. "Oh," said Dorothy, "I'm awfully sorry for you." What do we know about our character Dorothy so far? Everything that we've everything that we've read about her through her actions and through her dialogue with the Scarecrow really suggests that she's what kind of person? I want you to write that down in the margin. What kind of person do we really get the feeling that Dorothy is based on her actions and dialogue? "Do you think," he asked, "if I go to the Emerald City with you, that Oz would give me some brains?" Okay, so as of right now, we know the Scarecrow has no brains, which probably explains why he doesn't know about the Emerald City or Oz or any of this other stuff. But now he's wondering if he goes with her, if he could get some brains from Oz, because Oz is going to send Dorothy home. Maybe he could give him some brains. This kind of puts us into our plot of what might happen next. So it's another key detail. I cannot tell, she returned, but you may come with me if you like. If Oz will not give you any brains, you will be no worse off than you are now. That is true, said the Scarecrow. You see, he continued confidently. I like this word. This means he has confidence in what he's about to say. I don't mind my legs and arms being stuffed because I cannot get hurt. If anyone treads on my toes or sticks a pin in me, it doesn't matter, for I can't feel it. But I do not want people to call me a fool, and if my head stays stuffed with straw instead of with brains, as yours is, how am I ever to know anything? So he really wants to understand things in life and know things. He says, I don't care if I don't feel things. I don't care. I can't get hurt. I don't feel it. That's kind of great. But I want to be able to understand and know things. I understand how you feel, said the little girl, who was truly sorry for him. If you will come with me, I'll ask Oz to do all he can for you. Thank you, he answered gratefully. I want us to think real quick. We're going to summarize what we've read, but before we do that, we've talked about the character Dorothy and how kind and generous and helpful and all these wonderful things that she is. And we've learned from the Scarecrow that he doesn't have any brains, so he doesn't really know a lot, but he's very appreciative. He really is thankful for all these things Dorothy is doing for him. And we can see, based on the picture below, as they walk off, how they're responding with each other, how they're interacting with each other. And I want you to think for a minute. How do you think the actions between the two characters and the dialogue between the two characters this far has affected their relationship? So, if you're looking at the picture, we see it looks like they're walking side by side. We have pleasant faces. It's a very happy picture. It's a very positive relationship. They're great friends. Oh, and there's Toto. So their actions and their dialogue towards each other has created so far a really nice friendship. A lot different than we saw last week with the, not with Peter Pan, but with the Queen and with Snow White. All right, my friends, so based on our details so far, we would summarize what we read by saying, Dorothy takes the Scarecrow down off the pole, learns that he has no brains, and takes him with her off to find the Emerald City and Oz. Okay, so that's where we are in the story. He's down off the pole. They're both headed to Oz because he has no brains and she wants to go home. Short and sweet. We have a lot more details in these 3 pages than that. But those were our key details that help us move forward in the story to understand what might happen next. So today, when you're in small group, you're going to watch the clip from the original movie, Wizard of Oz, where the Scarecrow sings a song about not having any brains. And it's called If I Only Had Some Brains. You guys may have heard that before. But you're going to hear, through the Scarecrow's words and his songs, some differences between what he knows and what he wants there and here in the story. Okay, so in the story, it's important that we remember he knows he has no brains. He'd like to have some brains, but he knows nothing about the Emerald City or the Great Oz. So think about how that's different today when you hear the song sung by the Scarecrow. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in just a little bit.